Right, we're back. We are so back. Round one, Porsche. Oh yeah, here we go. Now we're cooking. Good night. My night's been a little bit crazy. I just had to finish fighting with a raccoon over had rights to my trash can, which I did win, by the way. So that was kind of Florida Rocky as well. So yeah, little raccoon decided he was gonna make a dinner out of my trash can. Like, no, that's not happening. Kind of pissed me off, not gonna lie. Bunch of crash and bang. Like, what the hell's going on? Sat there looking at me. Nasty work from the raccoon. Anyway, server up just yet. I'm not gonna miss any sessions this time, unlike last. I promise I'm not gonna miss a buying session because I didn't know what was happening. Kind of pissed off after watching, not gonna happen this time. I just gotta figure out who's on what team. Troubleshoot. Oh, server's up. Okay. Like 13 tonight? What happened, man? I spoke too soon. Just a minute before qualifying. Pencil and paper, taking notes here. Diabolical, by the way. Call me old school. Otosaurus on. Otosaurus is They're green. Okay, let's get some Louis first out of the pit lane here with his Otosaurus just behind him. Out of the way. There we go. You going to be fighting for some track position here to start the session. Behind him, it looks like you got Ghost and Incident. The there. Interesting color. One more red, one more silver. After then, who's in the right now? Trying to figure out who that is. That's still Sun Praising and the 42 car camped on. Shurian Racing. Oh, with Johnny. Okay. Is Johnny here? I don't see Johnny around. He must have not shown up. But anyway, still on board. Looks like Louis held that track position. There's a short qualifying session, so every lap's going to count here. That's now starting his lap. Gets on here. He's going to have probably 4 attempts, I believe, to set a lap here. Coming through Main Street now on the run into Tamburello. Brake pretty late there, just past the orange barrier on the side. A minimal amount of curb, actually. Up through the corner, down through the Villeneuve chicane. Throw it in here real hard, and then, I don't know, Kirby's, I don't know if these cars just can't take curbs, but it doesn't seem right to me. Hairpin. Up to Ella. Very fast left-hander. Gotta be very brave there, and you have to really know your shit before you get into that corner. So that exit's very easy to get wrong. Now through Aqua Minerale. Very technical part of the track, and oh, Louis saves it. Good save, but oh wow, he's still saving it. That's what I mean, that part of the track is extremely technical, and it can catch out just about anybody. Much destroyed Louis' lap here. He's definitely not going to set anything good. Otis behind. He's closed up the gap quite a lot. He seems like he's on a decent lap. Back to the pit lane. The line. Good lap. Let's focus on Otosaurus here. Gonna set a 44. Oh no, Louis' lap got invalidated, probably from that slide. So Louis in a bit of trouble right now, because that's a very crucial attempt, and you really have to get a banker time in. A bit of a tough spot right now, and he's got Otosaurus right up his back. So gonna have to figure out when he's gonna let Otosaurus through, or when he wants Otosaurus to go through, because Otosaurus probably will at some point catch him. As Louis goes off in the grass again. And I think he'd be smart to let Otis go right about now. Dr. Monko is only 4/10 off of that Otis lap. Not a bad showing from him. Okay, so Louis still holding Otosaurus back there. Might be a bit of a tactic just to make sure Otis doesn't get a good lap in. But he's already gotten a good lap in, so... Well, From what I know is a good lap. And Louis does let him go through there. As Dr. Monko had a spin. Gonna get one more lap. This guy's in the pit lane. They gotta get out soon. They don't have a whole lot of time to get back around. Again. Time this is gonna be. A 44.3. It's a slight improvement, about 3/10. Let him do his thing here. Let's keep monitoring the field. Laps coming in. Incident going pretty fast. He's almost up to third, not quite. Dr. Monko waiting for traffic to clear. Then gonna get one more lap at the end of the session. Hopefully his tires do warm up in time. Sitting at the end of the pit lane there would probably cool them down quite a bit. So I don't know if that was the right decision to go out at that point. As we got a couple more entering the pits, going back in. They're all done. Louis still hasn't set a lap. This is getting pretty important because this is not just qualifying for one race. This is qualifying for both of the races. So a bit of trouble here. He's really lapping. Got a spin from the 65. That is incident. This lap is done for him. All right. Excuse me. This is I think this has got to be a safe lap from Louis. If he could get a safe lap, that'd probably put him around 6th. And that's better than what we got going on now. Oh, he was on the lap there. And he goes P2. All right, well, he secured that. Now he can go for it. Ride on board with Louis here. That's the replay. Sorry, guys. Amateur mistake that. Whoa, Louis gone. That happened before I could get Otosaurus. Currently on a fast lap, I'd assume. You can see at the bottom right of your screen who's still on a lap. Yeah, the 778 is going to be the first to cross the line to finish. It's Worms with Friends. Gonna have anything. And he goes up one spot to P10, Murder Kai. Currently sat P12, last of the people who've set a time so far. Is he going to be able to jump up anything? He improves his time by a lot, but it's still not enough to improve his position. Now we run to Otosaurus. Can he extend that lead? So we still got Cam Tizzle on a lap too. Bit messy from Otosaurus, last corner. And he's going to go into the pit lane. He is done. What about Cam Tizzle? We got Cam Tizzle, and we got the 18 car, which is okay. Still sun praising. Last car on a lap. See if he's got anything. He's currently P11. He's only got to find another couple hundredths to get a top 10. Do it. Going through Ravazza. Ravazza 2. Up in the throttle, and oh, big slide out, and I don't know what Cam's up to there. It's kind of interesting. And still sun praising. Not improve. Oh, he did. He did improve. He's up to P9. Beat out Worms with Friends and Smitty. So pull is Otosaurus 0.9. Great lap from him. 5/10 over Louis. Having a good season so far in that. Turn 1 moment at Snetterton. Other than that, I'd say he's been pretty fast. Alright, we got just a minute before we get rolling here on the pace lap. Should write down. Silence. I'm currently taking last possible minute. 20 seconds. Alright. Oh shit, that's right. I'm stuck in this now. So got Otosaurus on pole here. Off. That's up. Already started. Mine's a lot later and Otosaurus and Louis getting plenty of space in the middle there. Five lights are lit. And we are green. Otosaurus looks like he gets a good start there. Louis and Cam Tizzle, is he going to try to make a move here? Piling in through turn 1. They all make it through clean. So that's good. Otosaurus has a fair chunk. Cam Tizzle's going to try to make a move on Louis here. Thinks about it, doesn't quite go for it. Starting to settle in now as we got Zzork and Still Sun Praising battling it out for P8. Oh, and Zzork goes around, spinning on the exit. No traction control in these cars. On those cold tires, it gets a little spicy, and he found out just then. All making it through Aqua Minerale okay. Still Sun Praising at a... Wait, what? Oh no, this is Zzork. Doubt on me. Looks like he's caught up a little bit to Otosaurus here. Bit of a cluster here for P3. as Incident is gonna. Oof! Guy went in a little bit hot there. Nearly thought about a move, but wouldn't have been the smartest idea. As Louis is very close to Otosaurus. Really rebounded in the second half of this lap. Try a move here into turn one. He a little bit far back still. Not go for it. Not a curb there. As now they're going side by side. Incident versus Dr. Monco into the Villeneuve chicane. Going side by side. Is this gonna work? Wow, that was great defense from Dr. Monco there to hang on to that position. Dummies a move up the inside. Up against Cam Tizzle. Also pulled a gap to Dr. Monco. Behind. Currently having a quiet race behind this trio. And it looked like Dr. Monco did not get a good exit out of that corner. He struggles through the chicane. He might have a bad time, and it looks like he did not have a good chicane there. And Incident is going to be all up in his stuff. As the 69 car goes for a spin, that's Tater and Paris at Aqua Minerale. And Incident, once again, not quite close enough for that move. I think he's trying to shape up a move into Ravazza right here. Not quite. Slipstream is. And starting to get a little bit desperate for a move here. He's been trying for a little while now. Very close now again into the Villeneuve chicane. Try and move. He's going for it, and what a move. Great overtake from Incident. He is up to P4. We'll have to see if he can pull away. We'll see if Dr. Monco can stay in front of Cougs and Ghost. Battle. As Louis and Otosaurus are still duking it out up in the front. Cam Tizzle's actually, I think he's closed that gap up a tiny bit. He's hanging on just a little bit back. Dr. Monco tried to reclaim that P4. Oh, never mind. He's locked up, and that's a iffy. It's a bit of an awkward moment. It's not really a rejoin. He never went off the track, but I know Ghost isn't going to be thrilled about what he just saw there. But I think that's just the reality of it. Dr. Monco has made that. Oh no. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. That moment kind of broke up that big pocket of 4. Ghost is on the back of Dr. Monco here. Really not had a good time in the last 4 or 5 minutes, should be said. Otosaurus and Louis might have been going at it. for a little bit because Cam's caught right back up again. This is now a three-way fight for the lead of the race. I know Cam's going to be very interested in getting into some of this action. So far, he's really been kind of the dark horse, especially in preseason. Had a really good result at Olton Park in the GT3s, and had a really good showing at Snetterton. The inside. About halfway through the sprint race now. And this could definitely come down to the, whoa, Louis losing the rear end a little bit there. It slid out. Got pretty close here last lap. Dora still hanging on for about a 4/10 lead. Oh, it's a chicane look for both of them. Chicanes look good for all three. In fact, Cam got a little bit of extra curb there on the left part. Swing onto the main straight again. And somebody's gonna have to make a move eventually. Let's have to see who's gonna make that move first. Is Cam gonna try something on Louis right here? He might be close enough for a bit of a dive. He doesn't go for it. In fact, Louis actually feinted a little bit defensively there. That yellow flag at the top of the map is for XB Live player. Chicane. And Cam getting very close to Louis. Cam might still not be too happy with Louis about what happened at Snetterton, that turn one incident that effectively took them both out of the running. They're going for it, man. These guys are not holding back at all. Oh. Getting squirrely, man. They're getting very squirrely. And Cam's gonna go for a move here. Up the inside, didn't quite have the leverage. He's using a lot of curb there. And that's gonna open the door for Cam Tizzle on the run into Villeneuve. I think he gotta try it here. He doesn't. All three are still level here. Really great battle. 3.5 minutes left in the race. At the line, they should have 2 more laps left. They're running out of time here for the sprint win. And woof! We got a bad run out of the chicane. Cam Tizzle has found his nose up the inside. I think Cam Tizzle has gotten this move done before the corner. So now Cam Tizzle is free to try and go chase Otosaurus, which I think he could do. They have a bit of a task. They're going to have... should be only 2 more laps. We'll see here. That's 40. Yeah, I think they're, yeah. Actually, it might be close. It might be close. We'll have to see next time around. Actually, I think it is only 2 laps. As slowly closing that gap. Aqua Minerale. Yeah, we're only going to have 1 more lap after this one. They're going to be coming to the white flag this time by. And I don't think he's going to have enough time to make this happen. 5 tenths. Does look kind of close as the 401 JJ Cougs has a spin. He's going to drop a couple places. Expect to see Dr. Monko to 6th goes to... or Dr. Monko to 5th goes to 6th after that. As Cam has really closed that gap. We are on for a classic here. More lap. Here we go. Cam. Gonna try around the outside. He's gonna try and stick with it, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, regroup yourself. Think about what you can do here. What you got? I think he's gonna be thinking about making a move into Ravatsa here. That's really his best shot, I think. Gotta hope Otosaurus gets a bad run through the chicane. Coming through Tosa now. Louis not far at all behind these two still. Slides the rear out there on the exit. Yo, getting ready for a grandstand finish here. Cam got in the tank still. Your Aqua Minerale one last time in the sprint race. 2-1 session is officially over. The timer is. Cam's gonna have to get a great run here. It was okay. It wasn't great. See how this chicane goes. Oh, it's a great... Oh, he caught the curb wrong. And I think that's it. Unless this lap car has something to say about it, but I don't think he will. So as long as he keeps it clean through these last 2 corners, Otosaurus is going to win this sprint race. It was well held from him. Good race from all involved there. As they all get their 130-second penalties. That is a feature, not a not a bug. Otosaurus wins that race just by a small 4 tenths over Cam Tizzle. And Louis finishes out that top 3 all wrapped up within a second. Very close race there. Can't wait for the endurance race now. pretty exciting sprint for sure. Right. The session has now ended. Should probably right. Time some more action. Right. One, and the sprint went pretty clean. Oh, knocked my mic. Pretty clean last time. We'll have to see. You guys have raced each other a little bit. Here we go. Go here. The Flat 6 engines rotor life. Zizork did not make the start. He's gonna be starting from the pit lane at bare minimum. Hopefully everything's okay in that camp. Excuse me. Alright. drag race this time. Last time Otis got a pretty good start. It looks like Louis actually has a bit of gonna have a shorter run around that right curve. The Otosaurus is starting so far over to the left, it's kind of putting him at a disadvantage. 5 red lights. And green. Here we go. Otosaurus gets another great launch. And it's going to cut off Louis, but can Cam Tizzle have a move down into turn 1? He's going to make the move on Louis. And he does make that stick. Yes, he does. Cam Tizzle's up to P2, and Dr. Monko has been hit around by Incident. Made a little bit of contact there. It looked like a racing incident. As we all file through, Ghost up to P5. Start for... Oh, Dr. Monko is around. Start for him. Otosaurus got a great launch. He's got a second over Cam Tizzle already. Out big on the start this time. Battles here. We got Worms with Friends thinking about a move on Sun Praising. Not quite going to happen right here. As Louis still all over the back of Cam Tizzle. He's hanging on. Wants to get back by. 7 and Dr. Monko does go into the pit lane. Get out of his traffic situation, might have picked up some damage. Of course, every driver in this race will have to make a pit stop. Whew. Louis going to try around the outside of Toza. It's not going to work. He's going to get the cutback, though. Cam has an awful run through the hairpin. And Louis is going to get that position back, which will allow Otosaurus to start crawling away here. As Tater and Paris also visits the pit lane. Cam is going to want to... He's going to want to get that position back pretty quick. Dr. Monko just leaves the pit lane now. Bit of a gap forming between Cam. We got Worms at the back of Still Sun Praise. I think they actually made a little bit of contact there. Sorts of Friends going to try up the inside into Villeneuve. Going to make that move stick. Got JJ Cougs trying to line up a move on Ghost. Kooks looks like he could make a run on Ghost here. That's still closing. About it, but not quite. Murder Kai, I think, has just dropped from the race. I saw that ping go really high up. Done for the night. Sun praising, trying to get Worms with Friends back here. Still pretty close. This is battle's on track right now. The Go-to-Source might have made a mistake there. Far away now. Huge amount of curb there. That wasn't good at all. Cam is thinking about something, maybe into turn one. Good run out of this corner. I think he does. I think he gets a way better run than Louie out of that last. Something happened. Looks like overtaking in these cars is not very easy. Cougs goes to the pit lane. You know, if I was like Cam Tizzle right now, I think I would consider it. I think I would consider pitting, trying something, because I don't think he's gonna get past Luke here. I think maybe trying to get some clean air help. Not entirely sure on that one though. The cold tires, that might cause a little bit of a deficit. So, yeah, I don't know. Plus you gotta carry whatever extra fuel you have. Doesn't help. Amp goes wide there. Might have burned a track limit there. Louis goes into the pit lane. That's interesting. I didn't expect him to do that. But here we are. Now he's let Cam Tizzle go and try to chase Otosaurus down. Alright. So where is Louis going to come out here? This might be information for Otis and Cam. There he comes out in comparison to some of these back markers. Already closing up that gap. Like, there's a lot of clear air right now. Definitely a very big pocket of air around where Louis is going to come out to. I would not be surprised at all if Cam were to pit this lap. I think that makes the most sense for him in his current situation. Because it'll be safe to Louis, because he'll have the overcut. Clean air versus Otosaurus. Oh, for now. Very open toes a hairpin. Cam Tizzle is very close here. Is he gonna think about a move? He does not think about a move there. He's very. I think he almost gave Otis a tap there in the break count. And Cam Tizzle is right on the back. Otosaurus here really pushing him along here. Cam Tizzle would really benefit from pitting if he can't get around Otosaurus. Otosaurus is gonna go defensive. I'm going to try to go around the outside. He tried, but not quite. Once again, I think Cam Tizzle really should pit soon. Right call. But I think he's also got really stuck in here. I don't think he wants to think about anything else except for that green and yellow car in front of him. The more they battle, the more Louis is going to have a chance to get back into this thing. Right now, he's probably, when they come out, he's probably going to be a couple seconds back, considering his lap on cold tires, but that also comes down to how good his pit stop was, too, is how good he was into the pits. Oh, and Incident has spun out, so that's going to drop him out of the current Ghost. Stays out. Is very close this time. Something. He is going to try something. He's going to send it down the inside. Otis gives him the space. Oh, he hits way too much curb, and oh, they make some contact. Otosaurus just about hangs on, but now they're side by side into the Villeneuve chicane. Somehow, I don't think this is going to end too well. And Otosaurus got onto the grass on the entry. And Cam Tizzle takes the lead of this race. That changes a lot here. Now, if I'm Otosaurus, do you pit? Do you stay out? Any damage picked up off of that little bit of contact that might play into this race a little bit? I don't think so. Both cars look clean to me. When these two come in, Louis really found any time from that. Otosaurus, last two laps, 45.5, 45.4. So, Louis. Legendary is Louis. 1.56 last lap. So he did lose a tenth on that last lap. Not good news for him. I don't think Louis has a lot of pace right now. He's probably running with a little bit more fuel than Cam and Otis. Otosaurus got back by Cam. I didn't even realize that. We're still fighting. And Cam Tizzle goes down the inside again. Carbon copy as last time. Cam Tizzle going to make that move stick again. Sorry, I missed the repass by Otosaurus. I did not expect that to happen. We are in a full brawl here for the lead of this race. Cam Tizzle going to go defensive into Toza, and Otosaurus try to get a cutback here. And he is going to get a much better launch out of that corner, but an overtake into Piratella at the top of the hill is not ideal. And he is too far back to think about something like that. Going to be loving this. He wants him to keep fighting for sure. A crucial part of the race for Cam Tizzle now. If he wants to win this thing, he's got to start really hauling ass here. And not let Otosaurus in. Whoa! Cam Tizzle goes into the pit lane? Okay, that's interesting. That is very, very, very interesting. Louis is currently... Yeah, he's currently going into Piratella now at the top of the hill. An eye on where they both come out. It has another incident off somewhere around here. Camera's kind of... Oh, there he is on the left of the... Whoa! Oh my goodness! Whoa! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Talk about damage. That is that's a pretty wrecked race car, if you ask me. Yeah, that's Now, this is the big moment right here. Who's coming around the main straight? Yeah. There's Cam Tizzle. Can Louis make a move? He is going to make a move. And Louis is going to retake that place on Cam Tizzle. Cam Tizzle is on those cold tires, so Louis will pull a little bit of a gap here. I would think at least. Or no, they don't have to change tires, so his tires aren't going to be that cold. That's a good plan I just made to myself. Tires actually aren't going to be that cold exiting the pits. Tizzle is going to be very frustrated at that. Have to see when Otosaurus, which I don't think is anytime soon. Probably going to run that fuel tank pretty low now. Anywhere near that battle, I'd say. Thing I could think is if he didn't fast enough, he could pit now, probably keep the lead, and then defend at that point. If he is physically in front of him, you could defend. If you're 40 seconds up the road, you cannot defend at all, so keep in mind for him. He's gonna be desperate here. He really wants to make this move happen, but he's not going to be close enough on straight. Yeah, still sun praising and more. Still fighting. Aqua Minerale. Cam's gonna have a great run. Oh! Louis got a big slide on the exit of that corner, and Cam's gonna get the place. That is a major moment for Cam's race, as the 299 is spinning out somewhere around here. Is UER, of course, is a place for all skill levels. As we have how quick Cam Tizzle can go here. Oof, that was a lot of curve from Cam. That's not going to be a good run at all. For the lap. Going to have a good chance at taking this back. Get any closer? I don't think so. I thought he would get a little bit of a better run than that. And whoa, 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 whoa. Louis gone. Louis is spun out. Spun out at Tamburello. It is really not him. That is essentially race over for Louis. I don't know if he picked up any damage, but I think now he's going to be looking more towards, oh, he does have some damage on that front end. He's going to have to look for Ghost now to fight for that podium with. Straight shot between Otis and Cam. Race. Figure out when will Otosaurus make that call. So if we look at the timetables, let's study this a little. Otosaurus's last 3 laps, 45.2, 45.4, 45.3. About a 45.3. $46.2. 7. Lap gonna be for Cam Tizzle. 49.4. Do we have a incident? Very a lot of sense here. Okay. Bit odd. Say what's gonna happen here. I'm not really sure. Gap should be. Looking pretty good for Otosaurus here. A lot of damage on Incident's car, man. All eyes right now are on this man. Pull the trigger. Has a pretty clear track ahead of him. Traffic in the way. Source has to navigate this 299. Not that car pits. They a lot of damage. We are left in the race. Dr. Monko goes for a spin at the exit of Toza. Lap, not this lap. Going. Seven car ought to get out of the way here a little bit. You think? There you go. I think Ghost has made his pit stop either. That's another fight to look out for between Ghost and Louis. Maybe. Got by somebody there. At this lap. He's gonna keep going. Gotta pit at some point. Not this time. He still has to pit as well. Ghost is in the pit lane. Very interesting to see where he comes out in comparison to... Notosaurus gonna have some lap traffic in probably about 3 or 4 laps. On the run down into turn 1. Will we know this time? No. Staying out. I wish we had a pit window. Because this is pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm looking every single lap trying to see when this guy pits. And it's just not happening. And he's probably gonna wait to the last possible moment. Very cool. Oh, he's well clear of Louis. The Ghost will be snagging that podium. But on the trail, he's got Cougs behind him. 3 seconds. Fine for a P3. Staying out. Cam? Maybe? Onboard Cantizzle here. Let's ride along. Are such important laps right here. Especially when you don't know where the other guy is. 99 card, 25 dimes going off of Aqua Minerale. See, from Otis's point of view. Trying to chase down Ghost, who is 4 seconds up the road. Don't see him up there in the distance. Otosaurus pit this lap. Running out of chances to pit, so it's gotta be soon. Lap. It is this lap. Alright, Otosaurus is in the box. Now, Cam Tizzle exiting toes up. The race right here. Otosaurus versus Cam Tizzle for the win. Flying through Ella down to Aqua Minerale. Still not made it to his box just yet. Otosaurus is pit box. Okay. Off. Car goes up. Cam Tizzle now through the back chicane here. At Variante Alta. Race. So he's going to be... Oh, Cam Tizzle has a big moment. That is not going to help his chances at all. Otosaurus still sat in the box. Way around the last corner. Onto the main street. Otosaurus pulls away. Otosaurus slowly trundling down the pit lane. And Cam Tizzle, here he comes. This is the race right here. You will see Otosaurus pop out on the right, and Cam Tizzle is gonna take this lead. Great job from Cam Tizzle. He's got that lead. He's probably made it about 2 seconds or so. And Otosaurus chase him back down. You don't have long, 1.8 seconds. Joe's currently set in P3. Looks like he's gotten that job done over JJ Cougs. Gap down to 1.3 now. Otosaurus is closing on your screens. Otosaurus gets a great run. It's the gap's down to 7/10. Hang on. This ain't over quite yet. Otosaurus wants to have a word with our man here. And woof! Gets all sorts of loose over that curb. He's pushing this thing hard. Gap is still closing. 4 minutes left in the race. Whoa, that's a huge chunk of time for Otosaurus. Let's get my ass out of this camera view. Go to chase cam here. Otosaurus right on the back of him. Oh my goodness, I thought this race was over. It is not over. Here we go, 3 minutes left. Otosaurus not going to have a move there. That'll be a little bit crazy. Can he get a good run here out of Ravazza? Cam Tizzle got a better run there, so he's going to be safe into turn 1 here. Otosaurus, he's going to have to start thinking about certain avenues that he wants to take to get this move done. Realistically, I think he's been good all day through the chicane, so maybe a move down to Ravazza might not be a horrible idea for him. Cam Tizzle's been struggling. Otosaurus shoots wide. Oh my goodness, he's into the gravel, and that's not helping his case at all. Not over quite yet, but that hurt him a lot. Gap's up to 1.2 now. I think at the line they're going to have one more lap. And Otosaurus has got to give it everything right now. The gap say 1.2 still. Part of the track Otosaurus is stronger at. Through Aqua Minerale and up to Variante Alta here. That is a pretty good chicane, it looked. Timing gap around there. Fine. What this gap is. It's going to be white flag this time by. That is a great run from Otosaurus to that last corner. Gap saying it's definitely not 1.2 anymore. It's be more like 5/10. Here our final lap. Area is going to be Variante Alta down into Ravazza. That's going to be his chance here. How's turn 1 look? Kinda average, not gonna lie. Run into Villeneuve. I think he closed up a little bit. Not a whole lot, though. He's going to have to really attack this corner. He attacks it certainly much more than Cam does. Oza. Last timing beam was 0.4 seconds of a gap. 21 of Zezork spun around between Aqua Minerale and Variante Alta. Doris is nice and close here. Now this is the strong part. This is where we got to be careful if you're Cam Tizzle. Gotta really watch your back here. And what's he saying? Oof. A little bit of a slide out, but here we go into the chicane. Gotta nail it. That was a great job from Otosaurus. He's right on the back of him. Is there gonna be a move here? I don't think. He might be a little bit too far back. Find out here. And Odyssey's gonna go for it. He's going for it. Oh my goodness, and doesn't quite pay off for him, but good effort. And now through the last corner. And Cam Tizzle's gonna hang on. Win his first ever UER race. Well done. Well done, Cam Tizzle. That was a great performance from him. Barely put a foot wrong all race, and you can tell he's very happy about it. Oh man, what a great race that was. Ghost comes in P3. Fourth. Gonna lose out on fifth to still Sun Praising. That race really fell apart from him after that spin. That's it. Newest race winner, Cam Tizzle for Cheerian Racing Team. Well done. Well done. Somebody who's won over 30 of them, I could say it's an extremely good feeling when you win one. Awesome performance. Cam, great Otosaurus put up a great fight there too. Surprised he actually closed down that gap. I really wasn't expecting that. I thought Cam Tizzle was going to sail into that, but Otosaurus currently kept it interesting for us. Order for the feature: Cam Tizzle wins, Otosaurus second, Ghost rounds out the podium. Then you have Coop racing in the top 5, Luke, Worms, Dr. Monko, Incident, and Smitty top 10, and then XB Live, Tony, Guy, Tater, and Paris rounds out your finishing order. Thank you all for watching. Pleasure as always commentating. I will catch you guys. Bye, and take